How you doing, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV, and today we're going to be talking about just speculation, just open up the discussion for how big this update could possibly be, and I'm going to, tell you what I think, and again, this is just speculation. Just based on what we've seen in the past and things like that. I love doing these videos. I used to do these videos a long time ago, and I got into trying different things out here on the channel. Some were mistakes, and some are, things that I love doing and I got away from doing and want to start doing again. But I love these videos so much. I love to speculate and to talk about what could be, what could possibly be, and use, educated guesses and things like that. We were, I think, with the Atlas Rises, when we were doing a lot of our speculation, man, were we way off in the right direction. Like, what I mean by that is we underestimated what we were getting out of Atlas Rises. Underestimated. There was times where I thought, ooh, man, I might be speculating way too much. But, seeing what we actually did get, didn't speculate quite enough. Now, I uploaded a video talking about, what could be next for No Man's Sky. And, I posed a question based on what we know. What could be the possible direction that they would actually go in? From here, and the only common sense, answer I could come up with is more co-op, and I want to say co-op instead of multiplayer. A lot of people don't like PvP, and I really don't know where that really fits into No Man's Sky. So, it's on the. I think that if it's something that people like and enjoy, I don't want to see people get cheated out of something that they really, really want. And I think PvP could actually pose, it could actually benefit people who want to roleplay and want to roleplay and being in the hubs. I don't think PvP should be something that's just spread all around, it's out there for everyone to have to deal with. No, I don't think so. But I do think that if people want PvP, that there should be some sort of option to go into some sort of like PvP with normal mode with PvP, or just normal mode regular. I think that would be kind of cool, or it could be called No Man's Sky hardcore mode, where other players could hurt you or whatever. But I don't know. That's a discussion for an entirely different video, where we could talk about where does PvP fit in No Man's Sky. But I posed a question, and I'm also going to play a clip from our morning show where I talked to Just Jared and I talked to Adam from the YouTube channel Keep Calm and Game On. The question was, and I'm using Minecraft as an example only because of the popularity, the longevity, the success rate, the fact that it is still a massively played game, very popular game still. And I'm not comparing the two games together whatsoever, Minecraft and No Man's Sky. But Minecraft, with its success and its life, its ongoing life, the life flow that it has still to this day, I posed the question: what could No Man's Sky do to give it that life? Because the way where we're at right now, we're living from update to update. Like, we get a new update, it's awesome, we play the crap out of it, we overplay it at certain times, we overplay and we go into overkill and we do everything super fast and we get all, and then then all of a sudden we're left sitting there like, oh crap, I've done everything, and we get to a point where we're like, okay, guys, when's the next update? When is it? But I don't, No Man's Sky needs to get to the point to where it needs to stand on its own 2 feet. Now, Hello Games made a heck of a lot of money off of No Man's Sky. They sure as heck did. They really did. And so with, with that said, Hello Games, you know, right now, I don't think that they're selling too many copies at this point. You know, passerbys, people that have just witnessed the debacle of No Man's Sky on the internet, those people, I don't think will ever buy it. Some people might. Some people say, "Oh, look at the Steam reviews; they're up now." I mean, there must be something going on here. But a lot of people will never give it another look. And these are people that either refunded it or sold it or was on the fence if they were going to buy it. I was speaking to somebody I work with and met him for the first time and asked him if he had ever played No Man's Sky. And he goes, "Yeah, I never got into that because I heard that was a mess. I heard the launch was a failure." And, you know, the launch itself wasn't a failure. I mean, it sold well. But, you know, in the way that it was launched, I guess people will never, there's some people that will never look back. Never. I mean, here we are a year and a half into it, and this person who heard that the launch was a mess, or launch was a failure, he heard, and will never give it two shakes. So, as far as selling, I don't think they're selling too many copies. And with these updates, and the team has grown. The team has grown. They have ex-Lionhead developers. These are guys who worked on the Fable franchise, and there's at least 3 that I know of, and I'm almost positive that there's more than 3. So we've got some people from Hello Games leave. They went to other things, but as far as you know, that they've been adding on. So there's payroll there. There's money being spent on making these updates. I don't think Hello Games is burning through money to make these updates. I don't think they're going broke. You know what I mean? I don't think that they're anywhere near that status. But as a company, you're going to have another product, and that product, you know, you're going to have to make money somehow. You're going to have to make money. So I think Hello Games needs to get No Man's Sky to a point where it needs to stand on its own feet and not live update to update. And I think, you know, I hope that's, and the reason for this video is I hope that that's what they're working on, because this is the longest, I believe, time we've had to wait for an update. But I'm not including Atlas Rises. We waited a while for that one, but I believe that one was due to them trying to stretch it out to the anniversary date, as an anniversary date. It was a big update, and it was a big deal. So, but we're nowhere near an anniversary or anything like that. I'm sure we're close to one of their milestones, or one of their historical milestones in the media or something like that from back when pre-release. But I don't think that that's what's going on here. I'll get into what I think about this update here in a minute. I want to go back to my train of thought, but I posed, you know, like I said, I posed a question: what could No Man's Sky do to stand on its own feet and get us to where we're not living for update to update? Because Minecraft, you know, you can plug it in. People aren't worrying about when's the next update. No, it's fun. You can just go ahead and get in there and play. So I think that in a situation with No Man's Sky, I think that's where No Man's Sky needs to get itself. And so I had comments on that video. I want to read a couple of them that stuck out to me. I wanted to read every single one of them, but I don't have time for that. But you guys left some amazing comments, and I want to go ahead and take a look at some of these. Let's see. Let's go down here. Wrong button. All right. Mac for a Day, a developer-designated hub is definitely a new idea. I haven't thought of that before. I'm not sure they will go that route, but it's definitely interesting. Personally, I think the game just needs more variety to have longevity. If they could add enough assets and mix them up, more like Ray Rod's mod does, it would go a long way to keeping the game fresh. I agree. But I don't think just variety and things like that is enough to give it the same life force that Minecraft has. And I saw another comment. I don't know if I took a snippet of it, but somebody said that the community is the biggest thing that's kept Minecraft alive, the Minecraft community. And so I agree with that as well. And No Man's Sky's got a good community, but it's a small knit community. I mean, we're close. A lot of us know each other. It's not hard to be noticed within our community. And I think that he's right, but I don't think I think the other person is right as well. But I don't think that just a community is the only reason why Minecraft has such a strong life force. But a developer designated hub is definitely a new idea, and I think that's something that I said that Hello Games needs to make an official hub, or make it to where we can create a hub as a game mechanic and have game mechanics within that hub. So that way, what you'll get at that point, and this is my idea as far as longevity. This is my theory on what I think would make No Man's Sky last a while. Is create that hub, create perfect co-op multiplayer connectivity, game mechanics, game modes, things to do with each other, little mini games, sort of like what you see with Grand Theft Auto 5. Do missions, raids on Sentinels, being able to build anywhere that you want, community projects such as building a headquarters for that hub. You could have a base where you could build your own base, or build a base with friends. It's done in other games. It's done in, Ark and things like that. Ark's not a procedurally generated game, given that. But, I think those things that I mentioned would give No Man's Sky a forever life. Well, not a forever life, but a good deal of time, and a lot more variety in building things and creating things and sharing things and showing off your creativity. All of those things, the hub, the game mechanics, what you're going to get is you're going to get player history. You're going to get actual player history. Like, people are going to be known for something. Like, Hova's going to be known, King Hova from, our community, it'll be marked down in history about his hub, and he's the leader of the hub, and what has he done? He's raided somebody's farm. Maybe make it to where you can't if you do raid somebody's farm, that person either maybe you could take the entire plant, or maybe that person's got to wait for it to grow back, so that way we're all in the same instance, instead of anybody showing up and being able to pick from it, and there's no change to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be like some kind of consequence. I think that and if there's no PvP, at least stealing massive farms that probably are needed there, like massive farms for the whole community, and sort of like living off the land, like in Walking Dead. I think that would be kind of cool. Man, I'm going off into my own little mind here, but I think that creating an environment like that, it would make No Man's Sky last for a very, very, very long time. But good comment there from Mac for a Day. Links says, good old Cobra Long podcast speculations. That's the videos I missed dearly. With Cylinders music would be even better. Okay. All right. Let's put on some Cylinders music. There you go. All right. Cool. Thanks, buddy, man. Thanks for the comment. Then we got Patholos. I've always thought that any game with multiplayer automatically has longevity compared to a single-player game if there's enough of an engine to provide an environment for enjoying being together with other players. That's all you need. The other thing which can do that is creativity, and being able to share your creations with other players. With those other players, we've got part of these things, seeing each other's bases. If we could be fully in each other's environments, see each other's ships, terrains, effects, even see each other, especially if we get to customize our appearance and our ships, like you say, then I believe No Man's Sky could run for a long time. Also, I got the impression that the storylines introduced after 1.3 were leading towards a co-op player versus Sentinel war. Wouldn't that be better than PvP? Yes. Wonderful comment, Patholos. Wonderful comment. I couldn't agree more. That is amazing. Yeah, there's not one single thing I would change about what you just said. Absolutely amazing. 100% agree. Then we've got Ethan Dudash. I feel in the future to make this game have its appeal like Minecraft, it would be to really expand on the building and customization, being able to change the shape and color of your ship and having way more building parts for your base, and also being able to build a base in more places than just the places that are placed for us. That's where it allows people to use their imagination and makes it live forever. I agree. Great comment, Ethan. Great comment. Then Normire X. You guys and your names, man. I still think they need to work on space. If possible, get rid of instanced systems and make everything open and put things out in space for us to do. For instance, maybe some derelict ships that we could explore and possibly combat other life forms, and there could be rare things to find in those ships. Could be various other things that they could put out in space to make this more of a space game while keeping the importance of planetary exploration. Also, would like to combat more than just animals and sentinels, maybe bases with bipedal enemies with guns we have to fight. Maybe they can call in drop pods full of soldiers we have to fight and stuff. In any case, whatever is in store for this update must be big, as they have went well past the wait time. It stinks that they got us hyped with Waking Titan, and now it's been silent for so long. I don't even care about it. I just want info on the update at this point. I agree with everything you said, Normire. And I love Waking Titan though. So that the last part, I love the excitement of the community rallying together and figuring out puzzles and things like that. But I do agree that about the info on the update at this point. I think a better way that Hello Games should actually go after, maybe during or after this Waking Titan thing, is the way that they're doing with Star Citizen, where they upload videos. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult for Hello Games to just turn on a webcam or a camera and just go ahead and talk a little bit, and say, hey, we're working on this, and we're not, we'd like to show you this really cool thing that we've seen. Just something simple, something tiny, I think would go a million gazillion light years for its fan base. And they wouldn't have to give too much away, but we're awesome people, man. I mean, if we're showed a bumper to an exocraft, we go freaking nuts, and we'll talk about that bumper for 30 minutes. At least I will. A bumper on an exocraft, just a little tiny picture. If Sean showed something like that, I'd talk about it for 30 minutes. But you know what I mean? It's like, I think that they should just more fan service. Planet Nomads, Crane Ball Studios, they do the same thing, man. They release a video a month talking about what they're working on, what they hope to achieve, and they're very clear on whether they can do it or not. And they said, I'm not sure this is going to happen, but we're going to try and do this, and we'll let you know next month how we ended up, and it might not be good, but whatever. I think that would be something like that would be so much better, and very, very little work to do. As a YouTuber, I know that, they wouldn't have to have some fancy opening or anything like that. Just a Hello Games logo, no background music, no nothing. Just somebody walking around with a camera, no editing, just, and then just upload it to YouTube. It would be something that we would appreciate beyond the stars. I mean, we would, I don't even if it was corny, crappy, or like low quality, like 240p or something like that. I really wouldn't care. I really wouldn't. I mean, so it really wouldn't take much work. It would be like a 10-minute video, 10 minutes out of the day. But that's just me being selfish, and I know that. It's just me being selfish. They don't owe me anything. They don't have to do anything like that. But it would be something that would be really cool, even if it was a 10-minute video just once a month. I think would be freaking awesome. Or even just a live feed. Don't show the computer screens. A live feed on Twitch. Just a top-down view, just showing them work, showing somebody coming in and going to the water cooler or the coffee pot, getting coffee and sitting down and working on the game. I like that, man. Wow, I'm getting off topic. Aldebar says, maybe if there was a quest building system where you can claim systems, planets, and similar to the building mechanic, you can plant structures, but add stories to them and string them together across the planet or across the system to create a quest that can lead to a catch of a great multi-tool, nanites, or a desirable resource you have in your possession you want others to find. It would be, it would open up the lore for players to create and maybe undesirably crude quest lines. Undesirably crude quest lines that could have been, that would have to be moderated, but with a voting system on Steam Workshop, it could work well. I'm a PC player, but I don't know why it wouldn't work on PlayStation 2. That's amazing. Amazing comment right there. So building, instead of building buildings and building bases and maybe even hopefully in the future at some point building your ship, building storylines. Good God, that's amazing, Aldebar. I really hope Hello Games sees this video and sees some of the comments that you guys have made, because these are all great comments. If they really want to build a good game, listen, they need to listen to you guys, the players. I mean, that's an amazing thing. You could, yeah, man, you could build these storylines and then you could share them and people can come, you could post your portal address on the portalrepository.com and then say, hey, you could give a name to it, and and the people can come and just play your campaign like a campaign maker. That's freaking amazing, Aldebar. Freaking amazing. Thank you so much for the comment. Brian Hunter says, here's my take. What do they need? Fulfill E3 promises, give us the game they said they were making and showed us in trailers. The details is a dead horse and does not need to be repeated. I guess talking about the missing things. PvP, if it is anything but a voluntary opt-in system, they will do nothing but hurt their game. I agree. Care Bears who want nothing to do with it exist. What? Care Bears, I think he's making fun of people. I don't know. Cater to both niches. Longevity of Minecraft. This is the reason why I saved it right here. I didn't. Sorry. Longevity of Minecraft. A cohesive community with greatly expanded customization and crafting system. Players need goals, players need to justify their efforts, and players need something tangible that after hours and hours of play, they can look at what they have built, achieved, manifest before them and others. Bragging rights is a huge part of the creative effort. No Man's Sky is still a great still a game brimming with potential, and it could yet lift itself out of the shadow of its release state and become something incredible. I agree with the one portion, except for the very end, release. I think it kind of did with Atlas Rises. I think it did kind of get out of that shadow a little bit. It's just the people that aren't paying attention. I don't think anybody ever will. The people that aren't paying attention right now, showing their hand at No Man's Sky or laughing at No Man's Sky or things like that, I don't think they will ever look. I don't care how many people talk positively about No Man's Sky. It's just always going to be Sean Murray lied. Hello Games are their thieves and things like that. It was a crappy, messy launch. It was a disaster. Things like that. Those types of people that are concreted and saying that all the time, they will always be in the shadow of its release. And only them will be in the shadow of its release. I don't think No Man's Sky, the game itself, is ever going to be in the shadow of its release. I think it's mostly out of the shadow. I think, if not all the way, with Atlas Rises. But great comment. Longevity of Minecraft, a cohesive community with greatly expanded customization crafting system. Players need goals. Players need to. I like the last part of that, where it says and players need something tangible that after hours of play, they can look at what they have built, achieved, manifest before them and others. Bragging rights is a huge part of the creative effort. I agree. Totally agree. That portion right there was a great comment. But yeah, good comment, man. Good comment, Brian Hunter. So that's it for the comments. Okay, I want to talk about the update and why I think that it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a big update. There, I said it. Boom, I said it. And one of the reasons why is because of the new people that they have there. They have a lot of people from Lionshead. They got somebody there that specializes in procedural generated cities. I've said that a bazillion times. I need to go back through and look and see how many other new people are working there. It's kind of difficult because you got to go through through a lot of people that they're following, because some of them will say working at Hello Games, and you might not even have heard this guy. Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's going to be big, because we've, like somebody else said in the comments, we've gone way past our normal time, but there's never been a set time when we should get updates. It was just a commonality between the time of some of these updates that we were seeing, but there's never been, okay, this is our release date schedule for all updates. So this is I have to say, this is probably the longest without an anniversary date that we've waited, and a lot of new faces, a lot of new people. Some of those people didn't come on in time to contribute to Atlas Rises, such as the Procedural Cities guy from Lionhead. So I think that the length of time, assets that they haven't used that they do have, because if you think about it, they do have assets from the old builds and things like that. It's because the montage trailer, you know, that big the sewing machine looking trade station rusty looking thing that was in the trailers. It's also in the art book. I've said this a million times too. That was actually in the game. They had an asset for that. We saw that in one of the trailers. So it's something that does exist. They do have it. And so you got to think of how many assets you got laying around that can also be added into this game. And then we got the circular structures that are also in the art book that's in the game now. So I think that this update's going to be big. I think that they want this to be the last layer of icing on top of the cake. I think that they know that they have to create a new product. I don't think that we're ever going to have to pay for DLC for No Man's Sky. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I do think we have to prepare ourselves for one day the possibility, because I have PlayStation Plus, but I know some of you don't, but understand that, accept the possibility that one day we might have to have a PlayStation Plus account to play maybe portions of No Man's Sky, like some portions of like a new multiplayer mode, but all the other ones are still going to be the same. You don't have to have PlayStation Plus, but there will be something new that maybe we might, just maybe. So that, keep that on the back of the mind, so that way it's not, you know, if you don't have PlayStation Plus, and so that way you it's not a surprise to you. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying it's a possibility that could happen. But the update, I believe, is going to be big. I believe it's got to be big. I believe that they want it to be big. I believe they want this to kind of cap off No Man's Sky's storyline. I don't mean the endgame storyline. I mean the development story from the beginning of them uttering the name No Man's Sky on the internet to now. I think that they want to you know, I think they want it to stand on its own two legs. All that work that they're doing for these updates, I really feel like they would like to make another game. I mean, I really do, and I think that they need the majority of the people to be able to look at No Man's Sky and say, all right, it's good. And I don't think No Man's Sky is going to be just a you know, No Man's Sky and Joe Danger, just the only two titles for Hello Games. It's just not possible. They're gonna do it. I would hate to see them go and create, I mean, I would like to see another Joe Danger game, but I would hate to see them go back to just that type of game development. They've already shown that they can create a universe, and just to go back to Joe Danger, you know, that safe zone, everybody loves Joe, you know, and it's easy. You know, we could put out another Joe Danger game and be successful. But I would like to see them continue to be, you know, continue to be, what's the word am I looking for? Ambitious. I want to see Hello Games continue to be ambitious. But I definitely don't want to stop them from making a Joe Danger game. I'd like to see another Joe Danger game. You know, that's my speculation right there. I think it's going to be a big update, because I think it's icing on the cake, because I think they need to move on, and I think they need to know. I think they know that they need No Man's Sky to be able to stand on its own two legs, and I think they know that it needs to be able. They need to add something to the game to where they could just turn their desks around to their other computers and start working on something new. Well, that's all I have to say. I don't know if I'm gonna put that clip in this video or not. I might put the morning show clip in this video. I might put the morning clip in this video, the morning show clip. But if not, I'm definitely going to link it down below. I talked for a lot longer than I wanted, and I think the clip is probably about, I don't know, 15 minutes long. So I might not do it. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Comment down below your thoughts, your feelings, your whatevers, and I'll jump down there in a conversation with you. I haven't been responding to comments because I've been uploading and running. I've been working almost every day this week at my real job, and my fingers are all cut up, and you know, it's just I'm tired, so I'll find a way. I will find a way to get down there in that comment section with you guys. So, as always, I love you guys, and I will see everybody in the next video. And don't forget that the subcasts are going to be tomorrow. Oh, yeah, subcast. I can't wait for that. The late show. We got the morning show and the late show. The late show is all about No Man's Sky. Come on, we're going to talk about all these things that we just mentioned in this podcast right here. We'll talk about that down in the subcast tomorrow night. And we still have the I've Seen Things No Man's Sky shirt. The link for that is below. We got that for sale as well still. And we're still trying to come up with a design for March. So if you have any ideas for a No Man's Sky themed shirt, one that's kind of like community understood, you know, like the I've Seen Things shirt just has, it says Cobra TV in the front. I'm going to make the Cobra TV logo a little bit smaller for this next, for March's shirt. But the I've Seen Things shirt, and it has a planet in the background, or on the back of the shirt, and right over top of the planet it says I've Seen Things. It's just that simple. Someone would have to actually ask you, who doesn't know what No Man's Sky is, like, what's that mean? And I love shirts like that. It creates discussion, topic. I mean, imagine a conversation you could have with somebody if somebody said, what's that mean? Be like, well, I travel a universe. You know, you know, it just starts a whole cool conversation. But anyways, we got those. We're going to be making a new design. If you have an idea for a design, or if you have a quote or anything like that, go ahead and comment that down below as well. We're also posting a lot more on the website, the Cobra TV GNN website, where we're recapping a lot of what we're doing. Sometimes I'm going to be doing, in case you missed it, posts where I post videos and talk about the videos, and for that week that I've done, and definitely going to do a month recap, that's for sure. And I don't know, just go over and check me out over there. Okay, now I'm gonna leave. No more false finishes. Now I'm gonna leave. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until next time.